Okay, the other things they can ask students to do before you actually start solving algebra, most of them, like I said before, are just about manipulating, changing things. One of the they can ask you to do is to expand brackets or multiply out. They mean exactly the same thing. They used to say get rid of brackets. Now it's always expand or multiply out. That's the big word you've got to remember. You are multiplying these out. Not adding, multiplying. You can think of this as an area problem. So you can pretend what you've actually got is this. You've got 3 there, and you've got 2x plus 3 up there. You can just think of it as an area, a multiplying problem. So you've got 3 lots of 2x, that'll give you 6x. And the bit that people get wrong is the next one. 3 lots of plus 3 gives you plus 9. Students love to accidentally write 6 in there because they forget and they do an adding instead of multiplying. It's 3 times 3 or 3 lots of 3. So your final answer is going to be 6x plus 9. Dead easy. If they start mucking you around trying to make it a bit harder in the exam, they could change that plus there to a minus. Doesn't make the sum any harder. We now just do 3 lots of minus 3. Don't think about any fancy rules. A minus 3, another minus 3, and another minus 3. That's minus 9 in total. And the final answer would then come down to minus 9. All pretty straightforward. You're not actually solving anything. It's just keeping your head that you're multiplying these. They can also do them the other way. They can say, well, if they give you the answer and ask you to go back to the question. Let me just show you one of those for a second. Now, they're going to write these out a slightly different way. And they will use the word factorise. All that means on the foundation paper is put into single brackets. Factorise into single brackets. So if I give you an example, if we had 12x minus 8, you've got to put that into brackets. First thing you've got to ask yourself, what goes into the 12 and also goes into the 8? Can you figure that out, Mr. Luxton? What goes into 12 and 8? Biggest thing that goes into both of them?
Well, 2 does, but I think something big then. 2, maybe 4, sir?
That's exactly what goes on, yeah. You've got to find the biggest one. Not the 2 will get you most of the marks, but not all of them. So we're going to do the biggest thing is 4. And then you ask yourself, well, 4 times what will give me the 12x? You can do it bit by bit. 4 times what gives me 12? Well, that's 4 times 3. 4 times 3 gives me 12. I want 12x. So I stick my x on. Same kind of thinking for the other one. 4 times what gives me 8? Well, it's 4 times 2. But I want minus 8. So I put down minus 2. In the foundation paper, that's all they can really ask you on brackets. They can either ask you to expand them, or they can ask you to factorise them. Factorise means put into brackets. Get those ones right, you've got an awful lot of your marks.